Today, we will be discussing natural disasters and the nurse's role, response, recovery, and the anchor in the storm. Disasters engineer an immediate systemic collapse of critical infrastructure. Tornadoes, hurricanes, floods, earthquakes, tsunamis all bring sudden, simultaneous loss of communication, potable water, and electricity. Because wireless technology and networks go non-functional, advanced disaster planning and coordination are the only viable defense. Patient arrivals follow a predictable, counterintuitive three-wave timeline. Wave 1 is the walking wounded, minor trauma, patients arriving on their own. Wave 2 is the immediate, severely injured victims requiring life-saving intervention right away. Wave 3 is the trapped and rescued, victims discovered later, often with complex head or chest trauma. And critically, this wave keeps arriving for days due to cleanup injuries. The strategic insight: hospital response depends on pacing staff and resources across all three waves, not just the initial surge. Earth and wind events generate distinct injury patterns. Earthquakes bring aftershocks and tsunamis as secondary hazards and require tethered or reinforced buildings, causing fractures, head trauma, dehydration, and dust-induced pulmonary issues. Tornadoes give minimal warning and move fast, at roughly 30 miles per hour, with massive shelter loss, causing crushing trauma, fractures, and blast-like pressure injuries. Volcanic eruptions bring lava, ash, toxic gas, and ground openings, causing inhalation burns, toxic gas exposure, acid rain injury, and debris trauma. Water and storm events drive complex secondary infection and profound psychological stress. Flooding often accompanies hurricanes or dam failures, causing drowning, debris trauma, and high risk of water and vector-borne disease. E. coli, hepatitis A, leptospirosis, malaria, dengue. Hurricanes bring flooding and contaminated supplies, causing chainsaw and cleanup trauma, animal bites, severe stress disorders, and infection. Tsunamis bring sudden ocean surges, causing drowning, debris trauma, and severe post-event outbreaks like cholera. Rescue operations carry severe secondary exposure risk for first responders. Thermal and elemental: dehydration, heat, or cold injury, hypothermia, especially in water under 75 degrees. Structural: unstable buildings and falling debris, requiring strict inspection before re-entry. Biological: displaced wild animals and injured domestic pets, requiring early veterinary mobilization. And psychological: early mobilization of mental health support is mandatory for both victims and responders. Unchecked environmental destruction triggers cascading public health crises. Contaminated water sources, from lost purification, lead to widespread enteric disease. Disturbed chemical or hazardous materials lead to acute toxic exposure. And inadequate waste removal drives poor vector control. Rodents, mosquitoes, fueling vector-borne outbreaks. The mandate is highly coordinated sanitation, disease control, and environmental cleanup to halt post-disaster morbidity and mortality before it compounds. Early warning systems, tornado sirens, hurricane tracking, definitively save lives. Yet healthcare must plan for the reality that some residents cannot or will not evacuate. That's where the nurse becomes educator, driving community education on three fronts: preparedness plans, the critical importance of evacuation, and pre-disaster resource awareness. The nurse operates as the vital linchpin across four domains: clinical execution, assessing, prioritizing, and stabilizing complex patients across multiple ongoing triage waves; safety and vigilance, relentlessly protecting personal safety and maintaining strict situational awareness in degraded environments; communication link, bridging fragmented medical teams, emergency responders, and desperate families searching for information; and long-term recovery, supporting the ongoing mental and public health needs of the devastated community well after the initial response ends. Natural disasters indiscriminately test every level of a healthcare response system, and nurses remain the central force in rescue, triage, stabilization, and recovery. Success demands ongoing vigilance, supreme adaptability, and uninterrupted communication. Compassion combined with rigorous preparedness is what ultimately brings order back to the chaos. To bring it all together, natural disasters cause unpredictable infrastructure failure. Clean water, power, and communication all go down at once. And the nurse serves as the central link, managing three distinct casualty waves. Wave 1 is the walking wounded, arriving independently right after the event. Wave 2 is the severely injured, needing immediate stabilization. Wave 3 is trapped victims, found later with complex trauma. Layered on top of that are the disaster-specific risks: flooding and tsunamis, bringing drowning and waterborne disease like E. coli and cholera; earthquakes and tornadoes bringing crushing trauma and pulmonary issues; volcanic eruptions bringing inhalation burns and toxic gas exposure. Through it all, the nurse prioritizes triage, stabilizes patients, and leads the community's preparedness education before the next disaster ever hits.